Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear audience, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to send you the warmest greeting for being here and participating. I'm Anisa from SMA Negeri 2 Purwakarta. This is my research about scientific writing in online classes during the pandemic. Can it improve mastery and understanding of biology concept? Okay, first problem. In online learning has been progressing rapidly in this part of 2 years. To be precise, since April 2020, this online learning caused me to have a lot of difficulty in giving back to students during the learning process. It's also very difficult to conduct an inquiry-based learning because the face-to-face learning already switched virtually through many online platforms. And then second problem, according to the previous problem, it is difficult for me to check the competencies of the student because the lack of face-to-face teaching. So I try to see their ability in writing and science paper because this writing is so many needed so many skill. So I think it is difficult for them to achieve mastery in special transport using this writing communication. And then this is my research question. So can writing scientific papers during online classes help students in understand the concept of cell transportation? This is my research method. And you can see that this action research in 25 students, and I used Google Classroom platform, Google Suite platform in Belajar ID. This is the instrument. And then let's see the research method here and action research based on 4 activities. First is plan, second is act, and the third is observe, and the fourth is reflect. If and then if the aim is not better than before, we have to go on the first step again. This is the result. So as you can see, we cannot be able to measure the achievement of mastery of the concept in the first cycle because the aim of the first cycle is to provide an understanding of how to conduct research and how to make reports. And then we train the student to ask a question word using interrogative sentences, using what, how, and why question. This is the result. It's the first meeting is have a lower quality question. And then the second cycle, we introduced about the proposal. So after the first cycle, we have a better result in about 36 questions using word what, and then 30 questions using word how, and 20 questions using word why. This is impact the research question in proposal of student. Then cycle 2 also revealed that student had difficulties in making proposal in several ways. Okay, let's see what kind of difficulty. This is the ultimate difficulties they had because they have a hard to follow the systematic of writing, and then how they make hypothesis, and the third is how they made a research question. And then we take the test, and we have the average result of 37.5, which means that the result is still below the minimum completeness criteria that has been set for 11 graded in biology subject with the minimum score of 70. So this is it's mean that students have not been able to master because the research is already it's not being conducted because they only got the proposal. So they have not been able to master the cause and the effect and the interrelation of our component, which cause cell transportation by osmosis and diffusion. And this is the third cycle. Still in they difficult to making chapter 4 and chapter 5 in figure the interpretation, make a figure, and still they have difficulty in following systematic of writing. So it's not the first thing like this, the second cycle. And this is the quality improvement of scientific paper they write about the report paper. It's increased about 11.25%. So in the end of the third cycle, we conduct tests and we have the result in average about 91.7, meaning that there was an increase about 54.2% from the previous result. So the discussion about the result of our quality question will lead to quality research plan, not only to know the result, but the process designed to be more creative and generate new knowledge. High test results at the end of the cycle are caused by exploring concepts during the research and writing scientific paper processes. The largest percentage that does not meet the scientific paper writing standard is on the systematic writing item. In the systematic writing item, this can be understood because student lack of opportunity to write scientific paper using standardized systematics. So the conclusion here is guidance in making scientific paper can improve the quality of the question. Research and writing activities on scientific paper can increase the average learning outcome of students in cell transportation material by 54.2%, and it can improve their scientific writing skill by 11.25%. Maybe that's all. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.